So moving on to example 2, our last example in this packet. We want to write an equation of a circle. Given the fact that we have a point that lies on a circle with the center at the origin. So we want to come up with the equation given that the point lies, one of the points lies 3, 1 units away. So I'm just going to go through really quick and just kind of sketch what this looks like. Obviously our center is going to be at the origin. If my point is 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1 unit up, I'm going to have a point that is this far away. So I know that this distance in between is my radius. So I have to find that distance first, the distance between your center and the point that you're given. So in doing this, there's a couple ways that we can do this. The first is we can remember the distance formula. So if we use our distance formula, I'm going to show you what that is right now, formula. And that's the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And all we do for this one is you're going to find the distance between your 2 points. Okay, and you know your points are the one that you're given, 3, 1, and your origin, which is at 0, 0. It really doesn't matter which x you start with, as long as whatever x you start with, you pick the corresponding y. So if we go through and find what this radius is going to be, if I start with 3 as my x, 3 minus my second x is 0, squared, plus my first y minus the other y, which is 0. So it doesn't matter which order you pick your x's and your y's, as long as you follow the same order of pair leading off for both. So I get 3 squared plus 1 squared. 3 squared is 9 plus 1 squared, which is 1, gives me a radius that is square root of 10. Okay? I could also find this radius by using the Pythagorean theorem if I wanted to. If I didn't know what the distance formula was and I got stuck, I can always use my Pythagorean theorem where this distance I know is 3, this distance I know is 1. So I could go through and find my r by taking 3 squared plus 1 squared and then taking the square root because your radius is your hypotenuse. That would get you the same radius. So either way, doesn't matter. You can find your radius using the distance formula or your Pythagorean theorem. Regardless of how you get your radius, once you get it, we still need to plug it into your equation of your circle. And the equation of your circle we know is found by x squared plus y squared equals r squared. We know what r is. We're going to leave x and y open. So therefore x squared plus y squared is equal to the square root of 10 all squared. Because my radius is the square root of 10, I'm squaring my whole radius. And we know from our group warm-up that whenever you square something that you're taking the square root of, these two are opposite operations, they cancel out, and you're left with the inside number. And so that's how you find your equation of this circle. X squared plus y squared is equal to 10.